What if I told you that the single greatest repository of human knowledge was destroyed not once, but over and over again? That scrolls containing the lost secrets of the ancients' medicine, mathematics, magic were burned, hidden, or stolen, and that we may never know who lit the first match? This isn't the stuff of legend. This is the Library of Alexandria. What they burned, what they hid, and what we may never know. Welcome to Mystic Relics, your gateway to ancient mysteries and forbidden truths. Part 1, The Rise of a Dream, founding the library in the 3rd century BCE, in a glittering new city founded by Alexander the Great, a dream was born. Alexandria, Egypt, where east met west, where the Nile met the sea. It was here that Ptolemy Isoter, one of Alexander's generals and successor in Egypt, laid the foundations of the greatest intellectual project in human history, the Library of Alexandria. More than just a collection of books, the library was a declaration of ambition. Its goal was nothing less than to gather all the knowledge of the known world. The Ptolemies sent envoys far and wide to purchase, copy, or outright seize texts. Every ship that docked in Alexandria was searched, its books copied, originals sometimes confiscated. The collection grew rapidly. By some accounts, it held up to 400,000 scrolls. Others say 700,000. No catalog survives. Only whispers. Part 2, What the library held, lost worlds of knowledge, but what exactly was in those scrolls? There were the great names, of course, Homer, Herodotus, Sophocles, Hippocrates. But the library didn't limit itself to Greek literature. It welcomed Babylonian astronomical charts, Persian medical treatises, Indian mathematical concepts, like the early forms of zero. It held Egyptian wisdom from the temples of Thebes, even perhaps the secret books of Thoth. It is said that Eratosthenes, the chief librarian, used documents from the library to calculate the Earth's circumference, with astonishing accuracy. There may have been histories long since lost, maps of lands we've never found, and philosophies that predated the Enlightenment by centuries. Galen, the famed physician of the Roman Empire, claimed that over 9,000 works of Hippocratic medicine once existed. Today, fewer than 100 survive. Part 3, Who used it? And who feared it? The library was not just for scholars. It was political. It was dangerous. Its curators, figures like Eratosthenes, Aristarchus, and Callimachus, were not mere scribes. They were mathematicians, philosophers, astronomers, and radicals. Aristarchus of Samos proposed a heliocentric universe centuries before Copernicus. Such ideas were buried, not celebrated. Some believed the library contained proto-scientific knowledge that could challenge ruling ideologies. Religions, empires, traditions, all threatened by a place where the truth was stored. Or rewritten. And so, inevitably, the library became a target. Part 4, The Fires, Destruction, one flame at a time. There was no single night of fire. The destruction of the library was not swift, it was methodical. The first blow may have come in 48 BCE, when Julius Caesar, caught in a naval battle in Alexandria, ordered the burning of ships in the harbor. The fire spread to the docks, and likely to the nearby warehouses that stored scrolls from the library. Later, in the 3rd century CE, the philosopher and historian Dio Cassius wrote that the scrolls were accidentally destroyed during street fighting. Then, in 391 CE, came Theophilus and the rise of Christian orthodoxy. The Great Serapeum, the daughter library, was demolished in a wave of anti-pagan fervor. In 642 CE, the Muslim general Amr ibn al-As allegedly burned the remaining texts under the orders of Caliph Umar. If the books agree with the Quran, they are redundant. If they disagree, they are heresy. But modern scholars debate this story, some call it apocryphal. And yet, the fire persists. Not always literal, but always intentional. Part 5, What they hid, Theories and alleged cover-ups. Not all scrolls were destroyed. Some were taken. The Vatican Library contains tens of thousands of manuscripts, many of unknown origin. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad, later a beacon of knowledge itself, may have inherited some of Alexandria's treasures. There are even theories that certain texts were spirited away to secret repositories, hidden from emperors, priests, and the public. Could some of this knowledge, early flight, advanced medicine, alchemical processes, have been deliberately suppressed? It is not conspiracy. It is history. Knowledge is power. And power is often protected with fire. Part 6, What the World Lost, a different path not taken. Imagine a world where the works of Archimedes had not been erased and rediscovered 1,800 years later. Where Aristarchus' heliocentric model became mainstream in antiquity. Where medical texts from Egypt, India, and Greece were preserved and integrated. Could the Enlightenment have arrived 1,000 years earlier? Could we have reached the moon in the 1400s? It's impossible to say. But the loss of the Library of Alexandria may have delayed human progress by centuries. And worse still, we don't know what we don't know. Conclusion, the Forbidden History files continue. The Library of Alexandria is gone. Its ashes have scattered across millennia. And yet its ghost lingers, in the gaps of our knowledge, in the silences of our history books. What was burned? What was stolen? What was hidden? On purpose? Perhaps one day we'll find a scroll preserved in a jar. A clue in an ancient monastery, a map in the margin of a forgotten codex. But until then, the library remains the greatest symbol of what humanity can achieve, and what we are willing to destroy to protect what we think we know. This was Mystic Relics, and you've just opened the first volume of the Forbidden History Files. Next time, we uncover the Book of Thoth, magic, madness, and the Pharaoh's forbidden secrets. Don't forget to light a torch in the dark, like, subscribe, and follow us into the shadows of the past.